What's going on, y'all? What it is. So let's go ahead and start on this topic, and I want to talk about this situation that's surrounding Bishop T.D. Jakes yet again. It's not so much about the alleged accusations. It's about this woman that poured her heart out, that used to be a member of the Potter's Church, that did a video in regards to how she felt about T.D. Jakes and all of the accusations that are surrounding him at this present time. Also, former mentee of the Bishop T.D. Jakes, Prophet Manasseh, also has a message for anybody who's rushing a victim to tell their story. And so we're going to get into all of that. But first, I just want to say this real quick. When I put out information, I always say the information that I'm about to convey to you is all alleged, right? I have to protect the integrity of my platform. Now, you can take from it what you want, do with it what you will. But at the end of the day, it's all up to you, right? You guys know that. Now, I'm open for criticism. I don't care about people saying certain things in regards to the information that I provided. All of you that have been following me since day one know that I preach freedom of speech over here. But the one thing that I won't tolerate is somebody disrespecting my platform and saying reckless things about me. I won't stand for that, because let me tell you something right now and right here. I'll f you up in real life. I don't do internet beef. And no, I'm not no gangster. I'm just a man that stands on principle. Now, for any content creators, whether it be YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, I don't care. If you're saying something negative about me as a man, you don't know me as a man. I don't care about you critiquing, the information that I bring to the table. But the one thing that you're not going to do is disrespect my character, right? So consider this your last and only warning before all hell break loose. And I mean it. Shut the f up. You don't know me.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Anyone that has experienced victimization, whether it's emotional, physical, psychological, verbal, no one has the right to tell you how you should tell your story, when you should tell your story, the ways you should go about telling your story. This type of toxic church culture will try to imbue this or put this on you. The beautiful thing of it all is that it's your story, and you have the right to tell it, to speak it the ways that you're ready to say it. This is all part of the healing process.
Hey everybody, so I just wanted to talk. I needed to get this off of my chest, and it's about Bishop T.D. Jakes. First of all, I wanted to say that at one time I belonged to the Potter's House. I was a member of the Potter's House. I have gone to several of his ILS conferences, pastors and leadership conferences, and more than that, I have been listening to him on television. I've called him my mentor. He is the comedian of all comedians as far as I'm concerned. I loved his personality. I was one of his biggest fans. I met him in person. I don't know if he remembers, but I was at a restaurant and I actually gave him a copy of my play and my book. But anyways, I was a big T.D. Jakes fan. And when I say was, I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be anymore. And it's not so much because of what I think he did, even though what I heard that he allegedly did was horrific. But all have fallen short of the glory of God. He was supposed to be living by a higher standard, so I did expect more of him. But for me, the bottom line is how he handled it. Somebody told me a long time ago, it's not what you do, it's how you handle it. And I would have expected so much more of him than that. I saw him change from a strong man to a wimp. Right before my eyes, I saw him become a wimp. He didn't admit to any wrongdoing. He knew he was at the Diddy parties. That was not right. He wouldn't get up on the stage and tell his whole congregation that he goes to Diddy parties. He knows he was hiding that fact. But when he was found out, he didn't say anything about it. And, you know, he was so vague and defensive, and he just seemed so weak to me. I'm not the strongest person in the world, but I know I'm stronger than that. Now, I like to get my groove on. I really do. Okay, I'm a Christian. I'm a doctor of Christian counseling. I'm an author of books. I have written Christian plays. But I like to get my groove on. And not to the point where I'm twerking and turning my behind up so you can see what I might look like in bed or know how to move in bed. And not to that degree, but to the degree that I like to express myself through dance. And I love some secular songs. I really, 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 really do. But when Friday night and Saturday night come, I don't think about seeing myself at anybody's party. Not a child's birthday party, not the local Elks Club. I don't think about it, let alone a Diddy party or anything similar. I think about what I'm going to wear to church the next day. And so if that's what's on my mind, then I would think, oh, that he's sitting around somewhere studying for his sermons and not being at no Diddy party. And Sarita, I hate to say it, but something ain't right with you either, because and your whole family just standing up there backing him up. Some of y'all know that what he's doing is wrong, and I don't know to what degree it's wrong. I don't know to what degree, but my discernment, I don't need anything proven to me, because my discernment tells me about how you were looking up on that stage on New Year's Eve in your red suit, how weak and defensive you were. I never would have thought in a million years that I would see Bishop Jakes go down to that extreme. And part of your tears, or your about to be ready to have tears, was really about your guilt. That's what that was about. You know it. It was about your guilt. So, as bad as what you have allegedly done may be, that is not the part that brings me to tears. The part that brings me to tears, Mr. Bishop Jakes, is how you handled it, and how low you looked defending yourself, and how you did not take any accountability for anything, and the words you use to defend yourself when you know, but sadly, God knows exactly what you did. And I am appalled that my Bishop T.D. Jakes not only allegedly did what he did, but that he was lower than I ever thought he would be by the way he looked on that stage in the red suit.
All right, so you guys just heard all of that, and starting with Prophet Manessa, he is absolutely correct. You can't tell a victim when to come forth. They should come forth when they're good and ready to actually talk about what happened and what transpired with them. We have to take into account that when these alleged victims come forward, that they're reliving their trauma all over again in regards to what happened to them. And so you have to be mindful how that can weigh on somebody's mental health. And we have to just be patient and wait to see if there's anything that comes from this. One can pose the question, are the alleged victims going to sue? Or will they settle quietly behind the scenes and we never know anything about it? So there's a lot that could take place. And for all we know, the bishop could be innocent in all of this, right? We don't know. That's why it's alleged. That's why they're accusations. But anyway, I want to jump on the actual woman that was in the video that was a member of the Potter's Church. You could tell that she was just emotionally distraught because she was like, my bishop, she really believed in that man and believed that he stood on the word of God. And her cry came from nowhere. It was no build up. It just bursted out, and you could just tell that that was just real raw emotion. That was a powerful statement. I mean, she was a member of the Potter's Church. She interacted with him and things of that nature. And if she didn't interact with him while she was a member of the church, she basically knows his mannerisms by attending the church each and every Sunday or whenever they have some type of service there. Now, I will say this in closing. I've gotten a few emails from a few women that live in the Dallas area that used to be members of the Potter's Church, and basically they said that they left the church because TD Jakes made some misogynistic comments during one of his sermons talking about women are too masculine. As a matter of fact, I think his exact words were like, we're raising women to be men, you're not applauded for your femininity. Basically, you get applauded for being mean, aggressive, nasty, and etc. And it's to my understanding that a lot of people, a lot of women in particular, felt like he was on some Kevin Samuels-esque. So basically, they fled. They got the hell up out of Dodge. But anyway, guys, I want to hear what you all think about everything that was discussed within this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and if you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel, all right? I want you guys to have a beautiful and blessed day. Peace.